Hi, Jesse. How are
When
you?
you're live on the stream and something dream,
Dream. That's
that's a
a Judge
podcast.
John Hodgman
Judge
podcast.
John Hodgman.
Well, I'm
Hi,
really
John. How
reaching
are you?
some. Well, I'm reaching some lower registers today, which is nice. I
Yeah, it
love it
is
when I reach
nice.
some lower registers.
Yeah, that's why, you want to feel like you smoked all those Newports for a reason.
I don't like to talk about it, but I used to. I used to smoke cigarettes in college because I was incredibly cool.
Yeah. I've seen the
And
pictures. You are very cool.
I was very cool, so I smoked cigarette. Wait a minute. One moment. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait a minute. There we go. Oh,
Tell you what. All right, now you can probably hear me even better because I was using a different microphone before. Now I'm using this
You
one.
sound rich and beautiful.
Well, look, I'm doing okay. Let's just put it that way. You know what I mean? I'm doing okay. Better, Mike. Yesterday, well, I won't tell you all my technical details. I've got supply problems of all kinds. It's Lando Calrissian. Is Jennifer joining us today or is she off today? Just
She's
us?
coming. She's just wrapping up a conversation with some potential litigants for the program.
Well, that's what Jennifer Marmer does among her many responsibilities as the producer of the Judge John Hodgman podcast, co-created by me, John Hodgman, and he, Jesse Thorne. And we're on the Maximum Fun Network, everybody. And what that means is that we are one of many creator-owned and listener-supported podcasts on the Maximum Fun Network. Those podcasts include Bullseye with Jesse Thorne, Jordan Jesse Go with Jesse Thorne and Jordan Morris, and that's it. The end. No, also E Pluribus Motto with me and Janet Varney, and many, many others. And
You know what I just heard?
no,
And I
what?
don't know why you and I are not doing this.
Okay, what is it?
You
it
know,
too
my
late?
friend Jordan Morris from Jordan Jesse Go,
I certainly do know him, and I love him.
he also co hosts the podcast Free with Ads with Matt Lieb and Emily Fleming.
That's absolutely true.
Jordan and Emily are actually going to be on our live Max Fun Drive finale show on Friday.
Oh, I can't wait. Oh, well, I'll be there in Los Angeles in person at the Stray Theater at o'clock in the evening to do the live finale, which will be live streamed across everywhere, including right here. Go on, Jesse.
So they decided, they're a new show. They're trying to goose their subscriber numbers, get people to sign up, just as we are.
Yeah. Goose those numbers.
And they decided to set up a little raffle.
Yeah.
One lucky Free with Ads supporter will win. Each person contributed something. Jordan contributed an autographed copy of several of his comic books.
No kidding.
Matt Lieb signed a dollar bill.
Sure.
So that's going to be especially important to the listeners of the program who own diners and need something to tape up behind the register.
That's right. Good point.
And then Emily Fleming, her submission is one bra cup, one of her bra cups.
That's exciting to hear.
Emily, when she does it, she does it. You know what I mean?
She
Emily
literally
Fleming is full of verve.
she literally does it halfway in this case.
Yes.
I mean, presuming. Huh. We got someone here, Iron Chef, in the chat going, what would it take to get John Hodgman to come to my house for a day of chores and cook me a nice meal? You can have one of my bra cups, Iron Chef. You can't have, look, that's not, I can't come and hang out at your house and cook you a nice meal. That I'm already giving you the value that I'm capable of giving you, the sound of my voice and the wisdom of my words.
This is sounding too much like a sorority fundraiser auction.
Yeah, it's a little. I won't even wash your car. I hope that you all feel that there is value in the Judge John Hodgman podcast and what we do. Not one, not two, not three, not four, but now 5 episodes per month. 4 in the mainstream, 1 in the members only bonus content area, the members only mailbag. You get it all for free for 50 weeks out of the year, and 52, honestly. But 2 weeks out of the year, we stop and say, hey, wait a second. This thing you enjoy. Have you ever, were you even aware that Maximum Fun is a employee-owned cooperative that is also a listener-supported podcast network of creator-owned podcasts? And would you like to become a member to keep it all going? That's the Max Fun Drive. And if you click on the link that is floating below you right now, you will become a member, and we will be grateful. We're always grateful for your listenership. But yes, go ahead, Jesse.
Our next goal is 1,500 members. We are well on our way. As of right now, 1,298 new upgrading and boosting members.
That's amazing. 2 thumbs up.
We had a nice bump.
That's a nice
bump yesterday. This week has been a little hotter than the previous week, but we only have today, tomorrow, and Friday to wrap this thing up.
Yeah. You know who
it
else
is
likes a nice bump?
Who's that?
Josh Gondelman. He enjoys it.
Yeah, Josh Gondelman.
From time to time.
He loves cocaine.
He loves cooking so much. I'm worried for him, but he's also a wonderful comedian and a friend of the show. He's been on our show many times.
Honestly, I'm excited for him.
Yeah, me too.
Do your thing.
Do your thing, Josh. Be wild.
It was nice of him to come to. We had a nice brunch with Josh Gondelman when I was last in New York. A nice
when
time
you were last in New
Josh
York,
Gondelman.
yeah, it was when we were doing our live shows.
His beautiful, brilliant wife, Maris Kreitzman, as well.
Maris Kreitzman, and beautiful and brilliant. B&B. It's not bed and breakfast. It's beautiful and brilliant.
1,298. So that means that we passed the 1,000 that requires us to do a dark variant of our Munchies episode. So we will be recording an all Munchies episode that is exclusively composed of Munchies that you have eaten when you were celebrating
Josh Gondelman Day.
But also that we previously rejected for being too conspicuously gross.
And it's not too late to get your darkest, dankest munchies into us. I mean, this whole live stream has now become a Eat Weird Food Freak show. I mean, honestly, we released our bonus content episode, the Munchies episode, on 4/20 in celebration of the first day of Max Fun Drive. By the 5th day of Max Fun Drive, we had reached the goal of 350 new boosting upgrading members, and therefore we were obligated to eat, honestly, the most disgusting sandwich I've ever eaten in my life, suggested by our wonderful listener in Springfield, Missouri, Clint. Peanut butter and spicy tuna. That's it. That's all it was. Peanut butter. Yeah. Something about that tuna coming out of a pouch made it more disgusting. I almost feel like if it was coming out of a can, I would understand it better. And
the manner in which it came out of the pouch was really unpleasant.
It really flopped out of there.
That kind of glorping that it did.
Yeah. And then it glorped, and then it stopped glorping, and then you had to dig it out with a spoon. I've been thinking about that a lot.
By the way, shout out to listener Mark, who's watching this stream from the farmer's market in Los Angeles.
Oh, hey, Mark.
He says he's there with a tour group from the latest Princess cruise ship, which is in town. He is the tour guide, he clarified.
I'm the tour guide. Hey, that's fun. So it's
going to be showing people around. Here's a nice butcher.
Yeah,
here's a nice butcher there.
Here's where you get your ramps. Your ramps are in season. I don't know if ramps are in season right now. What's in season? Hey, Mark. What's in season at the farmer's market right now? I'm saying it louder so he can hear.
Great.
Mark, tell us what's in season at the farmer's market. I can't wait to read the Yelp review of the farmer's market tour guide on the Princess Cruise website. Yeah, it seemed a little distracted by a podcast. That's what they're going to say. 2 stars. New ramps were in season. A little distracted by a podcast. PML Navarro says tuna in oil or water, not that it makes it any better. Here's the thing. You get the tuna in a pouch, it's already drained. That's the culture of convenience that we live in. tuna in a pouch, it's already drained. So you just got to glorp it out there onto the bread and the peanut butter. And then we ate it on this Monday. And then we said, we'll eat more, even grosser stuff on date to be determined soon if we hit that 1,000 new and upgrading member mark. And we hit it so hard, so fast. We're so grateful.
Yeah.
I mean,
Huge.
I'm mad about it because now I have to eat weirder stuff. And if you've got stuff that it is weird that you want us to eat, and this would be something that you would want to eat sort of later at night when your decision making is not at its finest.
Yeah.
Midnight snacks. That's what we're looking for. And you can just send them on in to your suggestion to Hodgman at MaximumFun.org. Eating a burrito from Trejo's Tacos, says Mark W. Gray. Do you know Trejo's Tacos? That must be Danny Trejo, right?
That's a novelty taco store owned by Danny Trejo, or at
Danny
least
Trejo, the actor, I believe.
at least represented in the public imagination by Danny Trejo. I don't know if he's the sole or primary owner.
You don't think he's in the taco truck?
I mean, he might be in there.
That's true. You never know. Morels are in season, at least in the cooler states. That's our listener and member supporter, Memphisotan. It's a spicy shrimp taco that Mark W. Gray is eating. Okay. I wish your insides the very best, sir. The very best. While we wait for Jennifer Marmer to arrive, should we do you have a letter locked and loaded that you'd like to read from one of our listeners?
I do, but I do want to mention just something that came to my mind from this Danny Trejo talk. It made me think of this giant mural by the former Max Fun office of Edward James Olmos and the real life guy that Edward James Olmos played in Stand and Deliver. And that made me think of a time that I had dinner with Jane Espenson, the wonderful writer of many, many television programs, not least of which are Buffy and Battlestar Galactica.
She wrote
and
my
Caprica.
episode of Battlestar Galactica. She was the showrunner on the spinoff Caprica. And then she, I think, ran the very popular network fantasy soap opera Once Upon a Time for many years. Yeah. Jane Espenson.
Wonderful lady, really funny.
Yeah, really funny
really cool lady.
Really cool,
anyway,
wonderful lady.
She said something about Edward James Olmos, but she called him Eddie, and I was so jealous.
Yeah.
I wish I knew Edward James Olmos like that, to call him Eddie.
I met Edward James Olmos 2 times. Once when, two times. Once
when you were working as a school teacher in the Los Angeles Unified School District in the late 1970s and early 1980s.
Right. And then the other time when I was directing the movie Blade Runner. Runner, starring Harrison Ford. It was when I was a journalist and I covered Battlestar Galactica reboot for the New York Times Magazine, and I went out there as a journalist and I interviewed him briefly in his trailer, and he could not have been more gracious. He was a very, very interesting person, and I don't remember a single answer to any of my questions because I was just marveling at the incredibly chunky terry cloth robe that he was wearing the entire time. He had the thickest terry cloth. I mean, the terry cloth was like this. It was as thick as an It's-It. And it was blue and like wide whale corduroy. And it's like, how do you even bend your arms? It's so thick. But he did bend his arms because while he was talking to me, he was also signing a bunch of photographs of himself from Blade Runner. But he was personalizing them. They were for fans. And then when I went out to film it some years later, this is a true, not Hollywood story, but a true Vancouver story because that's where it's shot. Jane took me out to a cocktail at the hotel, and Eddie came down. I can call him Eddie. Oh. And he said, "Nice to see you again," even though he probably didn't remember that he had seen me again. So, yeah, I did. All right. I didn't almost meet him. I really did meet him 2 times. Nice, good one, Dr. Soul Power. I love that. Here's Jennifer Marmer. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi.
Where are we reaching you?
I'm in one of the privacy booths for phone calls and stuff at
Max Fun HQ?
Yeah.
Well, it looks great over there. You're talking about the house that Max Fun Drive built. Max Fun HQ in downtown Los Angeles. The brand
So
new
true.
offices.
Yeah.
And, look, I miss that old HQ at the American Cement Company because it had a beautiful view of MacArthur Park, and I love cement.
Yeah.
And yet I'm glad to say that Max Fun had outgrown that space
Absolutely.
and now has a wonderful new space with a wonderful new studio in downtown LA. This is not to brag. This is to be gracious and to say thank you to all of the listener members, because without your support, not only would the whole thing have to shut down, but we wouldn't have been able to grow and expand and offer you all the more things we're offering you now, including video production, which is incredible.
It's great. It's so fun. And like this week's episode that came out today really feels to me like
Pardon me.
our
You
members'
talk while I
money.
cough.
Okay, our members' money that they are giving to us to make the show, it's money worth spent. We couldn't be doing video
Right.
production at all without our members' contributions, and let alone video production with high quality videos and multi-camera recordings. And we really make use of the multi-camera and the space with our litigants this week.
Lex Friedman
And
saw it and said, "I'm a big fan of today's episode." And for folks who
well,
don't know, yeah, I wonder why. For folks who don't know, this particular episode, check out you're on the Judge John Hodgman YouTube channel right now. I hope. Please hit subscribe. But it's primarily a video of me in the nude rolling around in a big vat of
exactly.
$5 bills.
And
We
we
couldn't have
have
done that without your
multicam
membership.
with
Yeah, no,
that.
that's not true. That's not true. Yeah, tell us a little bit about today's episode. It's Pace
It's called
Dismissed, right?
Case Dismissed, and it's with a married couple, Lex and Lauren. And
Oh,
Lauren likes to get her steps in, but they live on the East Coast, so when
right.
it's too cold for her to walk outside, she does her walks inside the
Yeah,
house
I remember this
and
now.
does laps inside the house. And Lex says that she's driving the entire family bonkers.
Who's
And
right?
it's,
Who's wrong? Only one way to find out.
yep.
After this live stream, go watch it on the YouTube channel or listen to it. But I'll tell you this. It does not feature me in the nude rolling around in a pile of dollar bills or $5 bills. It does not. That's not how we would waste your wonderful contributions. They all go into production and making making the show and making the lives of our staff and producer and editors and hosts, frankly, livable, right?
Yep.
But there is a visual element to this case that I just remembered. That's, I think, quite unique, quite interesting.
It was really
So
fun.
I hope that you
And
will
it
check
was
it out.
only possible to capture and present, and share with the audience because we have money in the budget to do so, thanks to our
Because we have
members.
money in the budget to do so. Jennifer Marmer, Jesse was just telling me before you came in that we long ago blew by our 1,000 new and upgrading members a benchmark. We are now going to eat those dank munchies, that dark variant munchies episode. I'm not looking forward to it, but I am very grateful for it. You are honestly putting food on the table, and unfortunately, I have to put that food in my mouth, but it's fine. And then we're approaching swiftly our 1,500 new and upgrading member goal, which will unlock street justice, where in the not too distant future, Jesse and perhaps you too, Jennifer, depending on your availability, will come here to New York City and we will take justice to the streets. We're going to set up a judge's bench somewhere in public, and we will settle disputes for anybody who stops by. It's like that guy who used to sit there and write with a typewriter and write poems off the top of his head for you. Except this is better because it's not poems.
Yeah.
Yeah, no offense.
Boo
No
poems.
offense, poems or poems, as my father-in-law would say. Well, we're here to clear the mailbag and answer some questions, both sent to us in the mail by members. It's part of we normally do this on the bonus content only feed for members exclusively. We normally call it our members only mailbag, but now we call it our everybody only mailbag, only for today and the next couple of days of the Max Fun Drive. Have we got one to read?
This is from our friend Jackson, in Minneapolis.
Okay.
You might remember him from episode 320, which was called Might As Well Judge.
Oh, yeah.
He-
Yeah. I don't remember this guy.
He and his friend Jesse were disagreeing about the bassist of Van Halen, Michael Anthony. Okay,
Was he
here
good or
is what-
bad?
Yeah, here is what Jackson says. Our friend Paul insists that The Dark Knight Rises is a more popular and more beloved movie than The Dark Knight. He dismisses all evidence to the contrary. The Dark Knight was better received critically, had better home video sales, streaming numbers, and broad cultural sentiment. Paul says The Dark Knight Rises had better opening weekend box office numbers and better Blu-ray sales. Thus, it is more popular and beloved. Please tell him his opinion is a niche opinion.
I need a point of clarification here. This is our friend Jackson from Minneapolis.
Yeah.
And in episode 320 or whatever, he and his friend were getting into argument over whether or not the bassist of Van Halen is a good bassist or a fine bassist, right? And now, but that's 320. We've been doing this podcast thanks to the support of our generous membership. We've been doing this podcast for years since then. You telling me this kid is still 22 and living in his first apartment?
Yeah, so
And
it
still,
appears.
now they're fighting about the Dark Knight? What a trip
Time
back
is a
in
flat
time.
circle.
What a trip back in time. Jennifer Marmer, how many times have you seen your favorite movie, The Dark Knight Rises? It's got to be your favorite movie, right?
Is that the one
Oh,
with
God, she doesn't even
Tom
remember her favorite-
Hardy?
Yeah, as Bane.
Okay, once.
Let the games begin.
That's what he says.
Why would you shoot a man if you're going to throw him out of an airplane?
Why so serious?
No, that's
Right?
not. No, that's The Dark Knight. That's the late
I know, I'm
Heath
just
Ledger.
goofing.
I just made you cold.
That's Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze. That's an even different director, different era of the Batman's movies.
Where's the beef?
No, that's Clara Peller, the late in life superstar and star of those ads for Wendy's.
I'm impressed you know her
Be or
name.
not to be. That is the thou shalt not kill.
No, wait a minute. Those are
Thou
two
shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife.
Those are two different fictional characters. One is Hamlet in the play Hamlet by Shakespeare, and the other one is God in the Bible, or whatever. I'm sorry. Hey, in the chat, get me something. Tell me something to say in Bane voice, and I'll do it. Here's one.
Oh, I think we both picked the same one.
Rich beef sausages. Rich beef sausages.
Here's another one.
Here's Johnny.
That's anyway. The Dark Knight Rises versus. Well, you can't have one without the other, obviously. What's the question? Which is better?
Yeah, which is more popular and
Oh,
beloved. I
well,
think.
the Dark Knight Rises is more popular to make fun of because Tom Hardy is so wonderfully weird as Bane, and I love that. Black like doll's eyes.
Black like dolls.
That's from the Indianapolis USS Indianapolis monologue by Robert Shaw in Jaws. Maybe I'd do the whole thing. Do the whole thing as Bane. That would be a funny bit.
Too much.
That would be a funny bit.
Going to need a bigger boat.
Yeah, this feels like that's a great bit for 2012 for sure.
We need a pitcher, not a belly itcher.
Okay, you stumped me. What is that? I don't even know what
That's from Rookie of the Year, I believe.
Rookie of the Year.
Isn't that from
that?
Rookie of the Year?
I don't know.
what
I
that
thought
is.
that was just something that kids said.
No.
What? Anyway,
Speak, thou vast and venerable head.
that's from Moby Dick. Andrew McNair is
Harry Von Vicious
one
has
of my
a good
fellow
one.
Moby Dick enthusiasts.
It's from Rookie of the Year. Rookie of the Year.
What's Rookie of the Year? Is that a movie or something?
1993 film about a boy who pitches for the Chicago Cubs.
He falls or something, he injures his arm in such a way that makes him an incredible pitcher, and he would just pitch like this.
Yeah.
Is that for
It's
real?
a good impression, Jen.
He didn't make that sound, but like it was very like.
What was he even doing then? Rookie of the Year. I don't know anything about this movie. Thomas Ian Nicholas and Gary Busey. Wow. Okay. Anyway, wait a minute. It's got Bruce Altman in it. Bruce Altman was
Is that
my.
the-
Well, it's not Robert Altman. Bruce Altman is a character actor. You've seen him in many, many things. But he used to be my client when I worked at Film Fest Video in New Haven, Connecticut. He would come and rent movies from me. I'm like, oh, Bruce Altman, I saw you in, I can't remember what I saw him in. Rookie of the Year, I guess. Wonder how he's doing.
Just want to make sure we don't miss this good submission from.
Oh.
And I'm a PC.
I think The Dark Knight Rises is not, I think it might be talked about more because of the sort of Bane joke that's been around now for almost 20 years. But The Dark Knight, I think, is understood to be a better movie and a more meaningful performance, is my feeling. But perhaps that's just my age showing. I will say. We Want a Pitcher, Not a Belliacher is a classic lighthearted Little League baseball chant, popularized at least since the 1970s. How about that?
To me, I think the answer here is pretty obvious,
Yeah.
which is the most iconic one is Robert Pattinson's The Batman.
Ooh, the bat.
And the reason is that it's so long and bleak. And the whole time you're like, God, this just keeps going. And at first you're like, yeah, this is pretty cool. I like Robert Pattinson. He makes interesting choices. And then you're like, Jesus Christ, is this movie still going?
Just keeps
is
going.
anything fun going to happen this entire time?
No fun. No fun under the sun. In fact, no sun under the sun. I don't think there are any daylight shots in that movie. Hey, Mark W. Gray is going back to this tour coach. See you cats on Friday. I guess Mark Gray's coming to the Stray. Talk about cats. This theater, the Stray Theater, we're going to be doing this live Max Fun finale. Jesse Thorne and I are going to be hearing disputes and judging them from some of your favorite Max Fun hosts, including Jordan Morris, as you mentioned before, and Emily, and Janet Varney will be there, my co-host of E Pluribus Motto. It's going to be a lot of fun. Tickets are free. Just show up at the theater, see if you can get in. But you can also watch live stream right here. And that's at some time on Friday, right? Probably 7 p.m.
7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern.
7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. No, now, normally that would be far too late for me. I would say no, I wouldn't do it because I'm in my bed by at that point. But I'm flying out to California so I can be there in person with my buddy Jesse Thorne. And I'm not even, and it's going to be a delight. It's going to be a delight. What else we got? Oh, there's some photos that you put into the waiting room, Jennifer Marmer. Is there some visual evidence you want to share with us today?
Just with some of the other cases that we've got. This one from C, it's not really a case. C just says, I present my dog Stuart, him small and dramatic.
Let's take a look at Stuart.
Him small and dramatic, no doubt about it.
Yeah, this was submitted specifically for Jesse's reaction, and I'm a little concerned to tell you. What's the human's name again?
They didn't give the full name, so just C.
C, like the letter C?
Yeah.
C, let me tell you something. Unfortunately, your dog is a Sith. Your dog is a Sith Lord. Watch out.
Yeah.
You know what Stuart is saying right now?
No.
What?
Bubble, bubble, toil and trouble.
Another great Shakespeare reference. One of the top Shakespeare references of all time. Jennifer Marmer, you love Shakespeare? Yes or no? What do you think about Shakespeare? Take it or leave it?
I feel bad for not loving it. I feel like I should, but I don't.
Too popular.
She's boring. Big
popular.
Shakespeare, she is boring.
Too popular.
Too popular? What?
Yeah.
Are you more of a Christopher Marlowe guy?
Yeah, Jennifer Marmer likes the also-rans, the underdogs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what else we got? We got another letter?
Yeah, okay. This is from Devon in New Jersey.
Okay, Dev.
You may or may not remember me as half of the couple who flew to San Francisco from New Jersey to see you all because it seemed easier than getting to Brooklyn. We did, in fact,
I
come
do
to the
remember
Bell
that.
House as well.
Oh,
And I'm
thank you.
forced to admit it's not that hard to get to Brooklyn from New Jersey
No,
on a Saturday.
just take the A train.
I wanted to share with you an upgrade we've made to our sleeping arrangements since we're not yet able to afford separate villas in suburban New Jersey. We have a king-size bed, which we make up with a king-size fitted sheet and then 2 twin-sized top sheets and comforters.
Mm-hmm.
We have never slept so peacefully.
So they've
I'd
got
also like
please.
I'd also like to pay the pet tax with this picture of our weird rescue dog, Primo the Emo Wemo.
Primo, the emo Wemo. Let's see it.
I couldn't remember.
Show me Primo. Very
Oh.
nice. Very nice. Looks like a chunker that would jump on your lap.
I like how he's halfway in and out of the room. Like, can't decide. Aw. Primo, the Primo emo. All right, very good. So that, I want to talk about that sleeping arrangement for a second. That's a good dog, by the way. Get your pets, Primo. There you go. So they got a king-size bed. Well, it's 2
Yeah.
twins pushed together. What's this? What is this? What? There's something hanging over my lens? Never mind. They have 2 twin-size beds pushed together, which in fact is, I believe, what my mom and dad had when I was growing up. But they didn't have what this person had, which is they have a single king-size fitted sheet, and then they have separate twin sheets and comforters above. So they have their own separate covers. This is ingenious. I think that they do this maybe in Europe,
Yeah, this is like, I feel like maybe a Scandinavian thing.
maybe a Scandinavian thing, could be. But it's
It
terrific
sounds
because you
great.
have full control over your own covers. There's no possibility of hogging them, or your partner, who's a whole human being in her own right, hypothetically just twisting around in bed so much that she becomes a spindle for covers, and you're nude, and she's wrapped up in a cover burrito. And
Yeah.
also, you're never gonna hotbox your spouse or lover.
Yeah.
You can fart away, and it won't ever reach them. You don't need that special charcoal-infused, odor-dispensing marriage blanket. that
I
we
still
talked
can't
about.
believe that's real. I still can't believe it.
It's absolutely real. I wouldn't make something like that up.
I know. I'm just amazed.
Yeah. Okay. Casper Lunsfrid says, and you know it's true when Casper Lunsfrid says it. Am
And Casper with a
Scandinavian,
K.
can confirm. Very good.
Nice.
And Moritz says, we don't have y'all's obsession with tucking in everything. Okay.
Who's we and what are we talking? What do you
I think
mean?
maybe the Europeans, I think that's what they mean.
Oh.
Yeah. Because I think that, boy, this is really, things are now popping off in the chat over this. I think that in Scandinavia and in Europe, they don't tuck in the top sheet, if they have one even. My mother went to Denmark, came back with the only duvet, no top sheet sleeping style. And we never looked back. Yes, yeah, sometimes I don't think they use a top sheet. And you know what? I got to say to Nicole, your mom's wrong. You got
I used to be an only duvet, no top sheet. And then once I started full-time sharing a bed with Shane, he needed the top sheet. And I was like, okay, fair. Because also I don't like washing the duvet cover. And so
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm saying.
what I really want to do is get rid of the duvet cover system that we have, even though I like our duvet cover a lot. The
Yeah.
times that I need to wash it, it drives me bananas. I want to get like just a comforter, just an actual comforter, because I need the weight of that. So like a quilt isn't gonna do it for me. Like I need that
You ever mess around
soft.
with a weighted comforter?
No,
Really?
I haven't. Yeah, no. But
Oh, you should give one a try.
I might. Well, I might see but this letter's about with the twin comforters or twin duvets and top sheets.
Yeah.
for a partner, that I feel like sounds great to me. That feels ideal. And I don't think I've ever said that to Shane. So Shane, if you're watching, you probably aren't because you're probably working. Now you know. Let's buy some new bedding.
Well, if Shane's working, he can always watch it on the replay. And indeed,
Hmm.
if you missed us eating the peanut butter and spicy tuna sandwich on Friday, that's also available on the replay, as are all of our old episodes on
Hmm.
Judge John Hodgman Pod, which is our YouTube channel. As much as we love and encourage you to listen with your ears only, and we make it for your ears first, we are also making it for your eyes and encourage you, even if you just listen. There are many ways to support Maximum Fun during the Max Fun Drive. The first and foremost way to support Maximum Fun, if you have the means and the inclination to do so, is to go to maximumfun.org/joinjjho. Your first stop shop for simple sign up to become a $5 a month member. But if you want to explore some of the other fun elements of the Max Fun Drive, there's a little button there. You click through, you see all the wonderful premiums that you get, the little gifties, the wonderful water bottle that we were offering, which is really cool, t-shirts, and then we have these enamel keychains with brand new, beautifully designed, high quality enamel keychain or charm for your backpack, if you will. And then there are gifts that you get that you don't see, but you would only hear, or not hear, as it were, because at the $10 a month level, this year for the first time, only ad-free episodes of Judge John Hodgman. There's an ad-free feed now, not just for Judge John Hodgman either, but also, Jesse, what else is ad-free with this new tier?
Jordan Jesse Go is also ad-free, among other programs. So, and I think we'll have more shows coming online as time continues. But yeah, I'm really excited about this. This is something I've been pushing for at Max Fun for years.
Yep.
And
you would think that it would be easy to implement, but it's actually quite complicated to implement it because of dynamic ad insertion and other sort of industry standards right now that we had to kind of work through.
yeah, anything that involves software development is hard to implement.
It's hard.
But yeah, it took us more than a year and tens of thousands of dollars to make it happen, but we did. And so it's something that I've been requested for many years. So hopefully, if you're a $5 a month member, you'll consider jumping up to $10 a month. If you're not yet a member, you can sign up at $10 a month. $10 a month is still the cost of, 2 trips to the movies a year for your family. So maybe think about it that way. Whatever makes you feel most comfortable. But maximumfun.org/join is the place to go to do that.
I sent a little email out to my email subscribers. I'm not going to plug that right now because if you know, you know, and if you don't, you'll find out later, right? We're talking about the Max Fun Drive right now, but I sent out a little challenge, a way to think about this, and it came up because we were talking about Bored to Death. Was it yesterday? Day before? Can't remember. It happened.
Time is a flat circle.
It's like, you think about all these things you subscribe to these days. And this isn't an ad for Rocket Money because this is the ad-free feed, right? I'm just talking about, think for a moment about all the things that you subscribed to, whether it's streaming services, whether it's subscriptions to games on your iPhone or the ukulele tuner on my iPhone that I discovered the other day. I've been paying $6 a week for the past 15 weeks because I forgot to cancel it because I needed to tune my ukulele one time, right? And it's a good service, but I just
Sure.
made a mistake. And you also think about, like, the ukulele tuner is terrific because I could have paid for that for the whole year and been happy to tune my ukulele. I was getting the service that I was paying for. But a lot of these streamers and other subscriptions, not only are you not getting what you paid for when you signed up, because they're adding ads. They're not taking away ads, depending on what streamer you're subscribed to, Amazon. And they're not getting cheaper. They're getting more expensive. And you're not getting a discount as they are taking away value. Whereas Maximum Fun, I mean, never mind the fact that the people who put stuff on streamers, they don't own their IP, and the streamers treat them terribly sometimes. They'll take that content off and cancel it. Even big podcast companies, or even medium-sized even all podcast companies that aren't Maximum Fun, the creators don't own their shows, and they can be canceled at any moment, and the creators won't know why, and they won't be able to take their shows elsewhere, and that's obviously not the Maximum Fun model. And Maximum Fun is different from a values point of view, but it's also different from a value point of view. We work hard to add value to your membership every year, and all we do is twice a year we ask folks who have not yet become a member to become a member, or if they can boost their membership, great. But if you're already a member, we love you. We're so happy for you. Thank you. And I hope you're appreciating that we're now making video and we're doing ad-free feeds and all the other kinds of value that we're trying to bring you. And we're not raising the price. We're not taking it away. So anyway, I think that it's, as a value proposition, Maximum Fun offers a lot. And a lot of the things that you subscribe to don't. So I'm asking everyone within the sound of my voice, all 461 eyeballs. Actually, there's probably double that amount on average of eyeballs, because many people have 2. And some people have some waggy eyebrows to boot. But I'm asking each and every one of you, just what I asked the folks in my newsletter, think of a subscription that you don't care about anymore, cancel it, and instead support Maximum Fun. I mean, I'm going to do it. Frankly, there are about 5 places that I'm going to cancel so that I can up my own personal membership to Maximum Fun, because I am a member and I do support the podcast that I listen to on Maximum Fun. Cancel one, subscribe to another. This one, please. MaximumFun.org/join JJHO.
We're up to 1,309 new upgrading and boosting members. Folks who've gone to MaximumFun.org/join. If you're not yet a member and you're watching this, we have a new sign up for new members. And it will take you, I'm going to say, 45 seconds to sign up to support Judge John Hodgman. Just go to MaximumFun.org/join JJHO. MaximumFun.org/join JJHO is the place to go. You will be signed up like this. The default is $5 a month, but you can change it to any amount that you'd like. MaximumFun.org/join JJHO.
Now, I got to say, Moritz from Europe in the chat is getting a little upset now. He's like, First of all, he says, us Europeans, our blankets aren't rigidly nailed to the bottom of the bed. That's not what's happening. No one's nailing them. All these words are just words to us: comforters, top sheets, quilts. There's a pillow, a blanket, and you'll like it. That's it.
Ooh. Whoa.
What are top sheets? That's period, not period, a thing.
A flat sheet? Do you mean is a flat sheet the thing that?
That would be a top sheet. A fitted sheet.
I'm saying a different. Maybe our friend.
I don't think Moritz messes around with any version of it, flat or top.
Okay,
I think everyone should.
I just want to know, how often are you washing your duvet cover?
Yeah, no, I know. I'm sorry to reopen that wound, Jennifer. I apologize.
I'm with Jennifer here. Like, I wish everyone the best lifestyle that they enjoy the most, etc., etc. However, I'm trying to imagine my life where I got to do that unbuttoning and rebuttoning of my duvet cover every single time I do my laundry. Mm-hmm. Every single time I wash my sheets, I got to go get involved in that whole thing, and then the little ties in the corners so it doesn't go sideways inside there. And no, I do that once every 8 weeks or whatever.
Look, I'm sorry I reopened. I'm sorry I did all the unbuttoning to reopen the comforter cover of this dispute, because we got some people in the chat who are also talking about Max Fun Drive, including Megan Worthify. Rejoin for the judge. Thank you. That's me. Boosted twice yesterday for the McElroys in their marathon Yellowstone recap. That's
Double?
double boost. Happy
Okay,
to have
well-
boosted and member matched. What does that mean? Member matched.
I think there was somebody who was matching, or maybe this person was matching. If we had a certain amount of members in a certain amount of time, people would match those contributions.
Great value. Fantastic.
Well-
And then, so Megan Rosati, our social media producer, reminds direct sign up for new members is maximum oversight JJHO. And then Casper Lunsfrid says, that's it. I'm canceling my Save the Children subscription. That's
All right.
for heaven's sake, save the children. I didn't mean to tell you to not save the children,
Okay,
for
well,
heaven's sake.
save my children, huh?
And Moritz, who's getting cranky over there in Europe about top sheets, going to boost once the stream ends. Thank you, Moritz.
While we're
Appreciate
talking
that.
about some new members a couple comments ago, I want to shout out Tristan, Rebecca, Michelle, Chad, Jessica, Brandon, Dan, all new members in the last half hour. Thank you so much. Maeve, thank you for upgrading. Luke, M, Ariel, William, Eric, Greg, thank you also for boosting and joining. We're stoked to have you. Thank you.
I agree. Woo, and snap. And to be clear, Eisengrim said, yes, it was me. I was matching $1.50 for all new members yesterday, up to 100, plus another 50
Heck
if
yeah.
Flophouse meets its Max Fun Drive goal. The Flophouse, of course, being a member of the Max Fun family. Anyway, and canceled my car insurance. Okay.
Good. Well, Nicole, you live in New York. What are you doing? You don't need a car.
Yeah, that's right. Sell your car. 1-800 cars for podcasts.
No, that's going to be in my head all day.
Guys, I want to show you a little video. This is the energy that I am bringing to every single new Max Fun member, every single boosted Max Fun member, every single upgraded Max Fun member. This is a guy named Jordan Lucas. He plays college volleyball at what is it, Cal State Northridge or something like that.
Oh, hey, that's near where I grew up.
And I just want you to show this video. I posted it in the chat there, John.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Jennifer's got it.
Jennifer's got it.
Are you seeing it?
I'm sorry, say it again.
I was seeing if you were able to see it. It says sharing this tab to StreamYard, but it doesn't look like it is.
There it
Hang on.
is. All right.
Oh, bing bong.
Yeah, make it big.
That,
Make it big.
I just want to say that was incredible collaboration between me and Jennifer.
We're a really good team.
We're a good team because she put it into the studio and I threw it up there on the stage.
All right, ready? I love it.
Bye. What a
Holy cow.
fucking legend this dude is.
Spike!
Oh!
The hair,
Spike.
the head flip. Yeah. Bam!
Girl. No way. Love him.
Wow.
Love him. This is the energy that we are bringing to the Max Fun Drive.
Looked like AI to me. Is that AI?
No, that's a real dude.
I think it's AI.
How rude.
It's a real dude. I read news articles about this dude.
Yeah, those news articles are probably AI.
No.
You know, one thing that we don't have at Max Fun, AI.
Yeah.
There are no AI generated podcasts. Not a
For
one.
real.
And we're not
For
using
real
our
and
podcast to teach.
spectacular.
We're not using our podcast to teach AIs how to make podcasts.
No, we're not. We're not using anything to use it to do. No AI, thanks.
Shout out to Nicole. Upgraded my membership. Canceled my car insurance. Worth it.
Yep, absolutely. And I did highlight this one during the video, but I'll say it again. Upgraded last week to make you eat the sandwich. You're welcome, and I'm sorry.
Thank
Hey,
you.
remember how I was on the wrong microphone before? I now realize I'm on the wrong camera. That's why I was confused. Watch this. Want to see a different camera? Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, a little bit different.
Camera 1, camera 2.
A little bit different. I got to get resituated here now. Okay. With this is a high quality camera that we used to make, and your membership dollars went to support it. So I better use it. I better use
You know it.
Yeah. Inches added. No comment.
No comment.
No comment.
I don't want to know.
No comment. We got some other stuff in the thing here. You want me to throw up some photos? There's another image here.
Yeah, John, it's just
Yeah.
that I heard we were changing cameras.
Oh,
what?
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 Oh, my God.
Oh wow.
New camera.
New cam. Who dis?
Now you
cam,
can see
who
my
dis?
center channel, depending on what
Wow.
orientation your video is in.
Wow.
That's right. Very wonderful job.
I'm switching back. I don't like this camera.
You don't like that one? All right. I'll switch back too. Jennifer, how many cameras you got?
Well, I'm trying to see if I can get my second one to work. Let's see.
Now I'm down here. Now I look like a little kid eating dinner at a table at a chair that's too low for me. Now I'm gonna look like a big grown up. There we go. Very nice. Can we talk about Jesse's wonderful shirt in this week's JJHO episode? Which shirt
Why
was
not?
it?
What was I wearing in this
What?
week's Judge John Hodgman episode?
Was it in the most recent episode, Pace Dismissed? I'll take a look.
Oh, maybe it was during one of our pitch breaks.
Could have been during a pitch break. It's very possible. Very possible.
Episode, and we're going to need some more details here.
Oh, I got it. Here, let me get a screen grab. Sorry, this isn't the best still, but it'll do.
That's all right. That's all right.
Look,
Oh.
nothing's good enough for Jesse 2 cams.
Meanwhile, Nicole says, I got to go hitchhike home now, but have fun the rest of your live feed.
Get on
Nicole's out
the
here dropping
train.
gems.
You
Thanks,
live
Nicole.
by good transit, Nicole. What is this?
Whoa.
Oh,
First of
yeah.
all, Jennifer, this is a great screen grab.
Okay, good.
This may be the new logo of the show as far as I'm concerned.
This is a picture of me listening to the Manhattan Transfer.
Is it really?
No, it's just...
Talking to you.
I don't know. Well, I mean, I don't remember what you're listening to in the headphones when we're recording the show. Could be anything.
Yeah, I usually listen to music and then just take a guess as to when it feels like time for me to break in.
Yeah, you've been doing this a long time.
Tell us
You
about
know.
this shirt.
This is a sweater.
Excuse me.
Number one, this is a sweater. And I believe that is by Corridor. That is a knit. Yeah, that's a knit there. It's a blend.
How did it come into your life?
I purchased it from a canoe club in, they're somewhere in Colorado. I can't remember where they're based.
So this wasn't a thrift find. This is some
No,
some
but
new threads.
I will say this: the guy who owns that store, a big Max Fun supporter. He recognized me once, and he said, "I'll tell you what. Even though I'm a menswear guy, and it's a fancy menswear boutique, I knew you first from Jordan Jesse Go."
Whoa, that's great. Jack Cassidy in the chat asks, "Are sweaters not shirts? I don't know anything about clothes." I don't know. If
I
that's
don't know.
a
Are
good faith
pants
question.
hats?
Yeah.
They can be.
It could be that this is another one of our wonderful listeners in a non-English speaking country, and they don't know. Or it could be a question that is just silly. I don't know. But no,
Or a
sweaters are
Briton
not
who
shirts.
knows a sweater to be a jumper?
Yeah, is a jumper? Are sweaters not? Are jumpers not trainers? Are jumpers not trainers?
Yeah, jumpers are vests, I think.
Hang on, we got a nice message coming in. No jokes message. No jokies. Jokes out of the room. Couldn't be happier to upgrade my support from Max Fun and all the folks who give me endless enjoyment, comfort, and support in my own life. Thank you so much.
Shirts up.
Thank you.
That slow clap, maybe it sounded a little sarcastic, but it was very sincere.
How about this? I got a pitch for a catchphrase for the Max Fun Drive.
Yeah.
You guys remember Shirts Up, the waiter who recommends that people try the good stuff?
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. That's good. Yeah, shirts up.
I'll recap this briefly for folks who weren't watching on the stream the other day. Thank you. Shirts Up to you, Moritz.
Schwarze Moritz.
So Jordan and I have been doing a show called The Subdoms. You can watch it on the Max Fun YouTube, or you go over there, click on the live tab when we're done here, and you can find it. Lots of episodes.
It sounds racy,
archived.
but it's not, because
It's
what
not.
It
It's
is
us looking at subreddits and discussing what's going on in there.
Right.
Had a lot of fun in
Subreddits.
r/Seaglass, for
Yeah,
example, with my friend John Hodgman.
Yeah, last week we discovered a Reddit user, a very, very hunky Reddit user, goes by the name Seaglass Ho.
Yeah,
Dude is
that
called
dude is
Seaglass Ho.
total
And he
dreamboat, variety
he
of
poses with his
haircuts.
shirt off and his six-pack of abdominal muscles and all of his beautiful sea glasses, shards
Yeah.
of sea glass.
So we did one called Somnigastronomy, which is where people have a dream that has food in it, and then they make the dream make the food that was in their dream.
A dream food.
And one guy had a dream where he was at a palatial McDonald's with table service with his family, and their waiter was a man named Shirt Up.
This is in the dream.
Shirt Up was the
Shirt
name
Up.
of his waiter.
Shirt up.
And Shirt Up, he was called Shirt Up, and then when one of his orders was ready, the kitchen would go, "Shirts up!" Anyway, they all ordered Dr. Peppers, but Shirt Up said that he was going to bring them the good stuff. And they said they just wanted Dr. Peppers, and he said, "Don't worry, I'll bring you the good stuff." When he finally brought the good stuff, it turned out to be Dr. Pepper mixed with apple juice that tasted like both Dr. Pepper and apple juice at the same time, but not like Dr. Pepper and apple juice mixed together.
What a dream. What an incredible dream.
And so this whole subreddit is obsessed with making the good stuff. There was a man in, I want to say, Lebanon who had found Dr. Pepper so that he could make the good stuff. It was really a big sort of subreddit-wide project that everyone worked on.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been saying "Shirt Up" in celebration since then, or "Shirts Up."
Right.
And I'm thinking, like, really my nemesis in the world of podcasting is the manosphere. You know,
Yeah.
these are shitty guys.
Right.
So I'm thinking my slogan from Max Fun Drive 2026, "Shirts Up, Bros Down."
Shirts up. Bros down.
Yeah, sorry, bros.
Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, bros. Sorry, sea glass hose. It's shirts up season during the Max Fun Drive, and you all remember our shirts up anthem. Y'all pretty ladies around the world got a weird thing to show you. So to all the boys and girls, tell your brother, your sister, and your mama too. But they're about to go down, and you'll know just what to do. Shirts up. That's it.
Good.
Folks, that's Johnny Whiteman, the Judge John Hodgman counterpart to Cameo frontman Larry Blackman.
I did. Shirts up.
I have a new camera to show. We'll see if that works. Uh-oh, it's not going to work.
Now
There
do
it is.
like bang.
Shut up.
Oh, you look crystal clear, Jen.
New camera.
Yeah,
But
new cam.
uh-oh. Bing bong ding dong. Bong ding ding dong. It's 5 p.m. in the East Coast. Do you know where
Okay.
your podcasters are? Right here in front of you, but not for much longer. Because this is the end of our Wednesday live stream. So what is the message that we want to leave people with today?
Here's the thing. You can go to MaximumFun.org right now, and you can look up in that upper left-hand corner, or on top if you're on a phone.
Right.
And you will see what Maximum Fun's goal for the 2026 Max Fun Drive was. And you'll see where we're at. In fact, I'll do it for you right now.
I'm
just
doing it. I've got
opening-
it. I'm getting it for you. I'm getting it for you, Jesse. You keep talking. I'm getting it for you.
Okay.
I got you.
I'm seeing right now a goal of 16,000 members. And right now we're at 6,958 members.
Okay.
And that's with 2 days left.
That's with 2 days left. And the rest of today.
I say this to set the stakes for this Max Fund Drive. This is, if we don't pick things up, the consequences will be not
Inconsequential.
less advantages for well-advantaged persons. It will be cuts. And we have on Judge John Hodgman spent a lot of time and a lot of money making enhancements to the program the last few years. We made a lot of investments into the program. And Max Fund has made a lot of investments since it became a worker-owned co-op a few years ago. Things like this ad-free feed program. However, it's not a good time for independent media. It is not a good time for podcasts that aren't primarily functioning as Instagram clip generators. And so, if you listen to Max Fund shows, I am asking you, can you pay for them? And for some of you, the answer may truly be no. But that's why we're asking those of you who have $5 to go to MaximumFund.org/JJHO. That's the stakes we're looking at right now. Every year, we focus on new and upgrading members because during the drive, because every year folks drop off. Folks stop listening to the show. Honestly, there's a lot of drop. Our biggest source of drop off is just people who move and their credit card stops working.
Yeah.
Right.
And they might not even realize it, right? Because with Max, when your credit card stops working and your Netflix turns off, you stop getting Netflix. But if you're not paying for Judge John Hodgman, you still get Judge John Hodgman, which is as we want it, to be clear. But
You might not notice.
it means that every year we have to add people to keep things steady. And, we need your help this year. So things you can do. Number one, if you're not a member, that's the URL that's on the little picture right there, MaximumFund.org/joinJJHO. That's number one. That'll take you straight to $5 a month, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Of course, if you're a member and you can afford more, please do. There's lots of gifts, including that ad-free feed and the keychain, the water bottle, the visor, the DOP kit. All of them are really super cool. Go to MaximumFund.org/join and upgrade if you can. And if you're a member at the best level that you can manage, or even if you can't, if you don't have $5 a month, which I know is some of our listeners. And again, we want our show to be available to everybody. The thing to do is take this time, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, talk publicly about why you love Max Fund shows, why you're a member, why you think Judge John Hodgman is great, or Free with Ads is great, or Tights and Fights is great. That's a absolutely free to you way to celebrate the Max Fund Drive. Share the Max Fund Drive messages that are coming from Max Fund HQ on social media right now. One of the biggest challenges of fundraising the last 5, 6, 7 years has been that social media is no longer temporally based. It's not time driven anymore. It's algorithm driven. And so sharing a message like, if you love this podcast, please support it, is a lot harder these days. So even just, opening up your Blue Sky or your X or your Threads and saying, I'm so glad I'm a member of Maximum Fund during the Max Fund Drive. That makes such a huge difference for us. So please do go to MaximumFun.org/join. I'm not trying to be a downer or a threatener or whatever. I'm just trying to be realistic about what this means for Max Fun. You know, I am hopeful that, you know, frankly, I'm hopeful everyone's job will be preserved. I'm hopeful that all of our shows will continue. But as it stands right now, as a person who is not in charge anymore, but watching what's happening, I'm concerned about those things. So go to MaximumFun.org/join if you can. MaximumFun.org/join JJHO. Look, there's a lot of priorities going on in the world. You know, we're very proud. We raised nearly $500,000 for Al Otro Lado. We're going to Tijuana to visit them in a couple of weeks. I'm really looking forward to that. We're so grateful to you for that. But I do think that the stuff that we do at Maximum Fun, even the dumbest of it, is also worthy of support. So MaximumFun.org/join or MaximumFun.org/join JJHO if you're signing up for the first time.
Yeah, I don't know what to add other than that, Jesse. You know, I was checking out the progress, the overall network progress. Look, we have a lot to be very happy about. You all have shown Judge John Hodgman a tremendous amount of support. You made me eat a terrible sandwich. We've been having a lot of fun over this week, but you know, we are quite shy of the overall network goal and the number that we're trying to make up. And I just want to stress this again. Is not like we need a bunch of big ticket, massive, you know, massive contributors at like the $100 a month level or whatever. Like, certainly if you're able to do that, we're very grateful for your support. It's just the sheer number of new upgrading and boosting members will help us hit that overall goal. And that goal is not arbitrary. It has been calculated to allow Max Fund to continue to thrive and reinvest in itself over the course of this year. And when I didn't know we were going to talk about it. I didn't want to be a downer either, but it's like it gave me pause this morning, I should say, when I saw that we were so far off our overall network goal. And it's easy to remedy, right? If you are, you know, and it's talking to your friends and neighbors and so forth, and it's thinking about what you're able to afford, and if you're not in a position to afford anything, you know, sharing information about the Max Fund Drive is very helpful too. But the easiest way to remedy it is just become a member at $5 a month if you've never been one before. As someone pointed out, we're really, really grateful to folks who you know, like, I'm in a bit of a tough spot financially, says Tristan Eisenberg, 7816. But the ability to drop just $5 a month instead of the $60 up front is so helpful. Maybe you want to do $60 in front because you just want to get it over with or whatever. Like, we were trying to make it as easy as possible and to offer as much value for what you're getting. So if you haven't thought about it, please think about it, and frankly, do more than think. Do about it now. Do about it.
I'm excited to see. Thank you to EJ Cook or Kook. Who just became a member, found us on Blue Sky. Hooray. I love you for that. Thank you to Koenig Floof for upgrading to the $35 a month level. Thank you to Bill Abney, who has been a Silver Seagull for years. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And I agree with... I agree with KT, who keeps the lights on in our office and says how much we appreciate every single long-timer, upgrader, and booster. Yeah. You are the best. I have been looking at, we've been sort of starting a little wall of honor at the office for people who've been members for 10 years and more. Yeah. And it's incredible to think that we've been part of your lives for that long. And I'm so grateful that you've been part of supporting us for that long.
And those boosts, those little boosts of a few dollars a month also count towards that goal. And I just want to be clear, like, this is not fear-mongering. I looked at the numbers and I checked in with Maximum Fun, and the consequences will not be inconsequential if we don't get closer to that goal. But the good news is it's not even it's not even 2 o'clock, or it's just past 2 p.m. on the West Coast of a Wednesday, that means we have many, many more wonderful hours of the Max Fun Drive to go. So don't do it. Do it. Go to MaximumFun.org/join JJHO or MaximumFun.org/join. Either one works. And send that URL to a friend. At the very least, send that URL to a friend. Not a foe. Not a foe. Or you know what? Send it to a foe. Who knows?
Yeah,
maybe this will be the beginning of a long put off reconciliation between you and your foes.
Yeah.
And
Very
before
possible.
we go, I want to give some more shout outs to Brent, Nicole, and Jacob for upgrading, to Nathan for boosting, and Kurt for being a new member. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kurt. Welcome aboard. We're so glad to have you here. Truly, we are. And remember, if you joined us before I said this earlier, I'm sure your foes are mighty. And that's right. Do. That's what I said. Do that voodoo that you do so well. Think of a subscription service that you have, or maybe check your credit card and discover a subscription service you forgot you have, and think of if it gives you the same kind of weekly satisfaction, happiness, if it keeps you company in the same way, and if it doesn't, and I bet it doesn't, cancel it, and probably you could join Max Fun in support of Judge John Hodgman, E Pluribus Motto, whatever, at the $5 a month medal, and probably you'll be saving money.
Can I say this, John?
Yeah.
This is a system I've been using / recommending. Take a look at those subscriptions inside your TV and ask yourself, have any of these services given Louis C.K. a television special lately?
Right.
If the answer is yes, maybe send that money somewhere else.
Yeah.
You could give us $5 a month and sign up for $5 a month for the ACLU or something. Still have some money left over.
Probably more than that. I mean, I don't know what the baseline subscription is for that particular service is, but is this a
More than
streaming
$5?
service that canceled National Treasure Stephen Colbert in a couple,
No, this is a
No,
that
I'm
one,
asking
we can talk
like
about that
other
one.
streaming. I'm just like,
Oh, yeah.
this is-
The questions to ask yourself about the streaming services to which you subscribe.
Is
Yeah.
this a streaming service that owns what used to be one of the most important newspapers of record in the United States that now no longer runs editorials because they're afraid of taking a stance on anything? Right? I mean, I subscribe to a lot of things. Like I don't get me wrong. Sometimes there's some shows you need to watch, and it might not be other, but it's like, is this a podcast network that platforms Andrew Tate? I don't know. I mean, I bet there's some places where you could find some savings. And even if you weren't become a Maximum Fun member, you'd be like, you know what? I don't miss that at all. But if you even were to become a Maximum Fun member, you'd be like, oh, wait a minute. This is what I value. And plus, I'm probably saving some money. So listen, just give it some thought is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Have any of these streaming services funded military AI projects? Good question. Has any of these streaming services canceled a one-man show by John Hodgman called Ragnarok? Which,
Great question.
I don't know. Anyway, there you go. There you go. This is the
All
kind
right,
of
thank
stuff
you,
that we
everybody,
only
for
talk
real.
about in the members-only mailbag. True, this is true.
Most of all, I know how many of you who are watching this are like longtime Max Fun members. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
you
thank
you
you.
fucking
Thank you.
rule. Pardon
really
my
do.
French. You rip. You're the
Yeah.
best. We really appreciate you. We'll see you in real life soon.
All right. Well, tomorrow, Jennifer and Jesse will be back. I will be on an aeroplane.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll try to join in the chat if I can get enough Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
I will not be trying to log on because my camera will not be good from the sky, and I will get in trouble. But I will be on an airplane to Los Angeles for our big Max Fun finale on Friday evening. We will be doing a live stream. But Jesse and Jennifer will be live streaming tomorrow. The subdoms will be live streaming tomorrow in the morning, right? Just subscribe to the Max Fun HQ YouTube channel. You'll get, and hit that bell for notifications as well. The Judge John Hodgman YouTube channel. Hit the bell for notifications, and you'll be reminded when we're live streaming. You never know what's going to pop up on those channels, and we'll have fun together tomorrow and the next day. And cannot wait to see you guys soon. Can't wait to see you in Los Angeles. All right. That's the end of our live
It's gonna be
stream.
so fun.
Thanks, everyone,
Bye,
for being here.
everybody.
Talk to you tomorrow or the next day.